Okay, great.
Hi, my name is Luca and I am from Budapest International College. I am the Marketing and Community Management Director of the institution. First of all, I would like to introduce the institution a little bit because I think it's slightly different from what students are usually used to. Basically, we are an admission office. We do admission for several Hungarian universities. We also offer foundation programs. We do that for students who do not have the necessary skills yet to start a bachelor's or a master's program, but they would like to continue their studies with one of our universities. For those, we offer English or professional foundation programs. So how it works is that we have contracts with several Hungarian institutions, and most of them do not even have their own admission office at all. So we are the third-party admission office for them. So students can come to our website, look around, check out all the partners that we perform admission services for, and they can choose the programs they like, apply for it, and then we will do everything from the admission, interview, tests, documentation, even help with the visa procedure until the moment they actually arrive and enroll to the university in Hungary. We also offer foundation programs, as I mentioned. So if, for example, you want to study computer science, but you do not have the necessary levels of English, maybe, then we will offer a foundation program, an English foundation program. And the cool thing about this is that because we are partnered already with the universities, after finishing the foundation programs, students do not need to apply again for the university, but they already got their admission paper, documentation, everything from the university. And when they finish the foundation program, they can just continue straight on the program they already wanted. So in this case, computer science, for example. So there is no additional admission interview, there is no nothing. When they finish the foundation, of course, they still have to finish all the exams, but they can go straight to the university they have chosen. And this is not just a promise, this is everything completely documented already. The admission papers, so the acceptance letter, will be signed by the university even if the students want to go to the foundation program first. So everything is signed, all the documentations by the universities that we work with. We have 4 universities. 2 of them in the capital city, Budapest, and 2 of them are in the countryside. The countryside ones are slightly cheaper, but of course, the capital city is always the most lively with the most students. So it really depends what the students are mostly interested in or how they would like to spend their studies abroad.
Perfect, perfect. That's a very good introduction. So now I'm gonna just give a brief introduction to ourselves. I mean, myself. So our agency is called ABC Visa. So it's relatively like a new agency, like just 6 months old. However, like as a team, like we have been working for 5 years. So we have sent a lot of students to study abroad. Like, for example, when it comes to Portugal, Hungary, Poland, and other like Romanian universities, like so many other countries, basically. So we have a lot of contracts, almost 5. We have 5 contracts with Hungarian universities, and so we've been doing very well regarding that aspect. And a lot of Algerian students are interested to study abroad, especially if it's like something like new and different. Like, for example, when it comes to Hungary, it's definitely going to be like a new cultural experience for them. So they are always up to new challenging environments, I would say. But as you probably know, in Algeria, we have this thing, you know, our second foreign language is, I mean, the first foreign language is French, right? So we usually have problems with English, just because it has been a little bit not well used during high school and other institutional levels. So I think a lot of Algerians, and even at university, our programs are usually in French. So they do have a little bit of trouble when it comes to studying abroad. So they usually need such programs like you mentioned. Foundational programs are pretty much useful for that case. But it's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky when it comes to preparatory courses. Usually we have some problems with the embassy. And that's the tricky part. So they want to improve their level in English so that they can directly go study the BA programs or master's program for the most part. But yeah, we work with a lot of students. We try to solve their problems. We even try to prepare them if they do have problems when it comes to, online interviews or something like that. So that's definitely something we always try to do. And we always looking for new partners, and we try to find a new venture so that we can improve the aspects of our work and help the students to, to be prepared for their, new journey to study abroad.
Sure.
Yeah.
Would you say engineering or computer science programs are popular in Algeria?
Definitely, yeah. There are a lot of people into it because they know there is a future in such, technical fields, basically. So yeah, exactly. So, and those technical fields are supposed to be better studied in English rather than in French, because we know that the language of science is English, not French per se.
Sure.
So yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We can move to questions if you like.
We can.
Or if you have anything to add. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So as you have mentioned that you're dealing with 4 universities, right?
Yes.
So I would just like to know in general, what kind of programs do you provide?
Engineering and computer science. These are the 2 main fields that we provide. And within engineering, there is a very big array of courses. We offer electrical, mechanical, mechatronical, environmental, land surveying engineering, vehicle engineering, together with Mercedes-Benz, and so many others. There is a very long list on our website, but I would say these are the most popular ones. And computer science engineering we have on each university that we work with, so students can decide, mostly based on obviously the location of the university, the tuition fees, and the specializations that they offer, which is the best fit for them. Of course, all 4 our universities have their own specialties, I would say. So for example, one university is the most famous for robotics and being a big regional robotics center for all Eastern Europe. Another one is famous for example, the vehicle engineering and automotive engineering because of the Mercedes factory that they work together with. Another is famous for nuclear energy because they are in the vicinity of our nuclear power plant, so they are into everything nuclear. So of course, students can really choose the specialty that they are interested in the most, even if it's the program or if it's the specialization.
Well, perfect. There's a lot of options to pick from.
Yeah, definitely. It's even hard to pick sometimes, I think.
It is because we usually don't know what we're really into until, for example, we experiment a little bit with a certain field, and we probably find what we're really into.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what about the tuition fees? Can you give us a range of tuition fees? And
a range I can. Yes, because all universities are a bit different depending on where they are. As I mentioned, the capital cities, so Budapest universities are a bit more expensive. Countryside is a bit cheaper. Countryside starts from 1,975 euros per semester. So let's say 2,000 euros per semester. It's easier to say it that way. And then these are the bachelors, and then the masters start from 2,200, and the more expensive ones in the countries or in Budapest, in the capital city, would be around 3,000, 3,200 per semester, and the masters around 3,500 per semester. So yeah, the capital city is more expensive in a way, but also I would say students often feel that there are more opportunities there in terms of student jobs, in terms of later employment, in terms of nightlife and, you know, student life. But if students prefer more traditional campus experience, then actually the countryside is better, because normally those are smaller towns with fairly big universities, so the campus life with the dormitories and their own little clubs and circles, that's much more a stronger, I would say, student experience. I really recommend both, really depending on what the students prefer the most.
Yeah, it's like for each your choices and like whatever, like, yeah, of course it depends on the budget per se, but like you said,
yeah,
even
sure.
the countries, like not the capital, like the cities outside the capital, can really give like an interesting experience for students.
Exactly. I mean, I would say, yeah, obviously, also because the countryside is more affordable, and also because countryside universities have such unique specializations with the Mercedes factory, with the nuclear science and the engineering. Still, there are many students who already have an idea. For example, learning automotive or vehicle engineering, it's such a unique goal in life, you know, that there are so many students who are completely crazy and excited about that, especially if they can learn it in such an amazing environment, like together with laboratories, workshops, and the Mercedes factory and so on. So they don't really care if it's on the countryside or if it's Budapest, they just really want to pursue their dreams. So it really, every journey is unique and different. So I think really students have to talk to us or talk to the agencies a little bit, and then discover what are the most unique fields that they would enjoy later.
That's really great. Like if they do have that passion, they definitely can do something, like they can change the environment with their like very crazy and ambitious goals. So very
exactly.
So like, is there like a like when you apply for bachelor's degree programs, like do you need your documents to be authenticated? Like, do they have to be that? Like, we know that they have to be in English, right? For people, like for docs. Yeah.
Exactly. If they are not in English, or they have to have an official translation of it. But I would say, yeah. That's it.
You don't need to have like authentication on the level of industry.
No. Official translation, yeah, but authentication by a notary, no.
Okay, that's perfect. So if people, for example, they hold like a bachelor's degree, like they can they like apply to any technical field different than the one they studied? Let's say somebody who studied electronics engineering, okay, and they want to apply for computer science. Is that possible?
What science? Sorry, your computer science. Oh yeah, sure. I mean,